Yeah, are we good? Are we good, comrades? Internet seems to be working. Not seen any issues or results. I think we might be fine. Oh, yes, I think we are back on track. Just in time, comrade. Hopefully there won't be any more problems. Wait, what? What? You get out of here! Catch me if you can. Yes, be right back, comrades. Get back, you weasel! You get away from the Wi-Fi! Hello, my sharkies, and the Wi-Fi works. Yeah, I think they got it fixed. Computer yesterday just needed a minute to get, get back in the groove. Well, we are finally back. We can finally get back to trying to finish Pokemon Colosseum. Yes, indeed, comrades, without any worry of any weasels whatsoever. Now you just got to worry about the other Pokemon. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we can handle it, no problem. Especially because Epic Pikachu and Sakuraguna ride. Oh yes, praise Silky and Quaker Rave. Hey, just in time.
Oh yeah, good to see you, Sakuraguna and Epic Pikachu. You just in time and the internet works. I don't know why it works, but it's all good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be fighting the ground moose, who hopefully will not mess with our Wi-Fi either. Anyways, we are almost done with Pokemon Colosseum. We've purified all the Shadow Pokemon. We've gotten to the top of Mount Battle in story mode, but now it is time for us to do the final challenge that has a very sacred reward. So let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, you may have noticed a few times when I started the game up that we have this option, Colosseum Battle. Now, I believe back in the day you could actually use this to take Pokemon from your Game Boy Advance games and battle them on the big screen. Something I wish I could have done, but never got around to getting the thing in time. Anyways, so yeah, our next stop, this is our where we're heading to, Mountain Battle, all 100 trainers meeting, and then then we get a certain one. But first we gotta get our team registered, so let me see how I get this to work. Oh, oh, that was easy. Wait, how do I move the team around? Can I move the team around a bit? Okay, I think first we need to head over to the main game and get the team, make sure the team's in the proper configuration. And, yeah. But yeah, hello everyone. Good to see you all. Hey, Quake Jr. Hey, how's it going? I'm ready to fight. Wherever we're going. Indeed. Hello, Zilla. You're gonna definitely need your help and everyone else for the Mount Battle. Hello then, I will do my best. Hello, Cloudy.
Ready to help. Though, you mind giving me a better item? I don't know if the XP share is gonna help much.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll see if we can give you a little something. Hey, Flare Blaze, the fires of justice are ready to burn for a few more times. Let's go and burn. Well said. Hey, Miss Ruby.
Hello, everyone. You sure you want to amuse me?
Oh, sure, your levitate and ghostly tricks will be most helpful.
If you say so.
And Suicune, who will probably be using a lot during this one. Yo, bros. Ready to wash out the competition and stuff. Indeed. So, yeah, I'm just going to make a quick adjustment to the team. I'm thinking the main idea is we do it like this. Essentially have Suicune and Zilla just plow through everything, and then switch into Quake Jr. when the time is right. as well as everyone else. But first, let me put a better... Let me see if I can put a better item on Cloudy. We really don't have much to work with, unfortunately. I could give him an amulet coin. Because I got no better ideas. Oh, how was Inuyasha? It was okay. You know, they got Kogami back from the wolf guy. And I gotta say, I'm a little nervous for how things are going. Do we need to use... also, while we're here, let's use some of these PowerPoint ups. Nah. One second. I'm not sure who to give it to. Okay, let's... So I'm worried they're gonna... What do you mean, my nervous? Oh, well, I'm worried they're gonna try to do a love triangle thing. And... of course, it does seem like Kogami and Inuyasha got in another fight. It's... You know, dog boys being jealous of girl, and... I don't know how much... I'm hoping things get resolved within an episode or two. But I'm just saying, Koga don't seem like that good of a person, you know. I'm just saying, anyone who goes around claiming a woman as their property is probably not the most, pleasant. Okay, well, now I gotta get it to this title screen, so, one sec. How do I do this? Oh, here we go. So, yeah, I'm worried they're gonna be, like... Feel free to tell me, she's not actually having feelings for the wolf guy, Koga, right? Right? I'm hoping it's just a case of, you know, she saw how he cared for his pack and, you know, just was showing a little bit of humanity to the demon. I don't know, I'm worried it's going to lead to love triangle nonsense and... yeah. Yeah, but hopefully it'll be okay. We shall see. Yeah, the creative of Inuyasha is known for love trouble in his stories. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, I'm hoping the show will still be enjoyable despite that. But yeah, let's have everyone registered one last time. But we'll see how it goes. But now it's time. Alright, you can do it as either single or double. Let's do double battle. And, yep, that's our team. I'm fairly certain everyone's gonna get set to, like, level 50 or 100 or something. We'll see how it goes. And thus, it begins, chat! Face me. So yeah, Rich Boy brought. Well, he didn't brought a lot. Koga's love for Kogami is more like a puppy following her around. Oh, I see. It's like official matches where you gotta choose which Pokemon you want to use. Okay. I see. So let's go with Suicune and Zilla. Oh, wait, why are they all level 70? Oh, this could be a problem. I'm trying to think who else we'd want to bring. How about we do Quake Jr. and Miss Ruby? Well, this might... They scale to your highest level Pokemon? Yeah, that's what I noticed that. I might try to do a little grinding off stream at some point, just get everyone caught up to Cloudy. But we'll see how far we can make it like this. I might consider giving Cloudy a break just so we don't have this issue, but, yeah. But hopefully we can handle it. Everyone's still really strong. Do your best, guys and gals. You know how puppies like following you around? Yeah, I see what you mean, but I don't know, he feels a little too old for it to be a puppy. But, yeah, just, Kind of wish Kogami and Inuyasha would stop being so prideful about their feelings, because they do seem fairly perfect for each other. So the default level is 60. Good to know. Good to know. Well, here's hoping it don't be a problem. But yeah, I think we might be fine with these ones, even if we're low under-leveled. And if we do fail, I'll just do some training off stream and hope for the best. Yeah, just get rid of that Marie. Oh. I meant puppy and personality. Yeah, just without the cuteness, it seems. Oh yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. Let's see how this all goes. But yeah, once we claim the prize from Mount Battle, and then wallop the final boss with it for funsies, at least that's it. That it is for the Org Colosseum XD. Yeah, I never actually did the Org Colosseum because you know they wouldn't let you bring Shadow Pokemon. You know, maybe someday we should actually go back with our team from XG and give it a shot. Yay, we won! Too bad for that Japanese wolves went extinct in 1905. Oh. Well, ain't that unfortunate. But yeah, let's keep it going. Yeah, you know, that used to confuse me a lot with the... Oh, wait, I did the wrong button. Did I just quit by mistake? No. Wait, how do I go back? Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. This is confusing me. Because, you know, in Kamen Rider... Now, when it says continues, that means, like, losses, not like, suspend points. Well, we shall see. Alright, what we got now? Okay, so let's see. Quite a few grass types. Granted, that's not really a problem for Suicune. But let's go ahead and bring Cloudy, just to have some coverage. Yeah, so in 01, a lot of the villains transformed using the data of extinct animals, so it confused me that you did the first 3 rounds of Orc Colosseum with my Devil Weather team, never finished the rounds to fight the secret boss. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we'd be able to handle it or not, so it's pretty rough, and I imagine it's even rougher in the hack. Oh yeah, this is no problem. Oh yeah, well, yeah, it was during the Meiji era of Japan where they opened up the borders. Yeah, I guess all the wolves just left. Yeah, Orc Colosseum, yeah, that place is nasty. It's a shame, because that's like the only way you can refight bosses. It's very difficult. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if we ever beat the Battle Frontier on here, maybe we'll consider going back. That is something I want to do eventually, is do a playthrough of Emerald. Mainly for the sake of creating a team that can conquer the Battle Frontier, because I was never able to do it back in the day, and I really want to someday. There's more of rabies and overhunting. Yeah, I don't like extinction. It's always sad. Unless it was of box jellyfish, I still think the world would be better without those murder balloons. Actually, I probably should have just gone with the other thing. Actually, never mind. Rock Slide was a good idea. This room looks funny to me because I have a low keychain of it. Did y'all ever get any of these toys back in the day, chat? They were like Pokeball keychains, except the Pokemon had the keychain in it, and you could put them in a Pokeball. It was quite neat. I got quite a few of them, even got a special Lapras one. Rabies was once a Western disease? Yeah, I wish they would get rid of it. Oh, yeah, the Pikachu one? Cool, Epic Pikachu. Also, the secret boss was disappointing, though. Wasn't who I was hoping it was. Yeah, I'm gonna guess he was hoping it was like Wes or something, and it ended up just being some random jobber. But yeah, we're just gonna try to keep going. And I'm not sure how much I want to do on stream, because might take us a little while. Let's just go as far as we can, and then I'll see if I can level up the Pokemon a little bit. I don't know if we can or not, just due to, I don't know if things would change or mess with the registration. But, we'll see. We shall see. Besides, she's one about just give me lots of time to talk with you. But now, it shouldn't take I don't think it'll take too long. Okay, continue, and let's make sure I push the right button this time. No. Why would that be the first option? Wouldn't mind getting more Pokemon merchandise, just, you know, lots to save up for. You brought a Magikarp and a Feebas! What is wrong with you, Faller? I was hoping that it was Dr. Crane, Lily, your mom, or Jovi, your sister, but it wasn't any of them. Yeah, that would have been interesting. There we go. I would have thought it would be Wes, you know, protagonist from this game. But, no, of course not. And have they really ever gotten any secret bosses as interesting as Red? Do you know who it was? I'm gonna guess it was a random NPC. But no, go ahead and tell me. Was it just a random NPC they made up just for the occasion? Well, you tell me that. How's y'all's day going? I haven't done too much. Took a bit of a siesta. Always have trouble getting sleep. You know, I did a little bit of video editing work. Soccer Kudo, thanks again so much for doing those timestamps. I got the raw footage of the grass shiny hunt we did a few streams ago. All done. So now I just gotta decide, do a few adjustments, maybe add in some funny sound effects and zoom-ins, and yeah. Doing good. It's hot where I live. Yeah, it's rather hot here too. Probably not as hot as where you are, but you know, it's it's Eldest, one of the sons of Grandmaster Revo. Oh, so it's just a reused boss. It's in the 90s. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad over here, but yeah, that sounds awful. Yeah, so essentially what you're saying, Epic Pikachu, is there was no secret boss. It was just the last of the boss refights. Eldest was the cooler one. You know, the one that didn't want to blow up the island, right? Yeah, see why I never bothered with it. That is quite lame. That, and I didn't really know how to train Pokemon properly. Oh, see, we're moving right along, even with the minor disadvantage. Yeah, again, we'll go as long as we can. If we do get knocked out, I'll do some grinding off stream to get everyone leveled up. Are you serious? Yes, Eldest is the one dressed in blue. Aridos dressed in red. Wait, really? I think you have that backwards. I could have sworn Aridos was the blue one. Let me look this up. Yeah, you have it back. Sorry to correct, but you have it backwards, Epic Pikachu. Aridos is the blue one. Eldest is the red one. Yeah, I don't blame you. Honest mistake. Most of the reason I just remember Aridos is his name sounds like Ariados. And I remember Eldest because he's the older one. You know, the one that is not... Yeah, oops, don't worry about it. Honest mistake. I mean, they're alright. They're pretty... I thought their fights were kind of memorable just because they had some pretty cool Pokemon. Pasha? At least that's kind of a name. But yeah, I think this strategy we got going should do the trick. Yeah, mostly I just remember them having some pretty cool shadow Pokemon. Like, I'm pretty sure, such a missed opportunity to have a cool secret boss. Yeah, like, yeah, honestly, any of your ideas would have worked way better, especially Jovi. That would have been hilarious. Like, you get her that he just throws out a Groudon because why not? Come to think of it, how has Pokemon been with secret bosses as of late? I know there's Red. I mean, what can you say about Red in the Gen 2 games and the remakes? You literally fighting the player character from the last game it's just such a good concept and is just so awesome. And you know, Red also had a great team. You know, all the starters, a Lapras and a Snorlax. Or wait, no wait, I don't think that's it. No wait, one of them was. He has both Latios and Latios in the team in the Secret Boss. Well, at least that. Oh, not yet. I haven't watched. Sorry, I forgot to watch it. I'll watch it after the stream, Sakurkudo, and then we can talk about it next week or tomorrow for the. But yeah, if it's like what you told me last time, I'm looking forward to checking it out. Seems like it might be exciting. Yeah, Sandstorm do good chip damage. Wait, how did you do that? You can't do that on the second turn. What up, bro? I mean, that's kind of nice. I always kind of find it funny seeing people... What? Okay, I'm trying to think the level difference might be a minor issue. We'll work it out, don't worry. We got Quake Jr., we can handle this. But yeah, I know Red it was all 3 starters, and I think and Pikachu. I know he has Pikachu. That's 4. And then I think his other Pokemon, it was either Lapras or Snorlax, and maybe, and an Evolution, I believe. I think that's what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I had the official strategy guide for XD, and it doesn't even tell you how the secret boss is. It's just listed as, yeah, strategy guides. Some of them had a habit of being wrong. I'm just saying, because I always loved strategy guides. I loved getting the books and just looking at all the pictures. Are you on Wonderful Precure yet? Oh, yes, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. So, a while ago, Sakurkudo, I finally finished Smile Precure. It was really awesome. The villain turned into a giant black hole, but then they blew him up with the power of friendship. Low tragedy, but they got better. So yeah, now I'm ready to watch Wonderful Precure. I'm just, I've run into a small issue, I can't find it. I don't know where to watch it. Like, I want to watch it now. I'm ready to watch it. I don't know where. So, you wouldn't happen to know any... I don't suppose you know any websites where I could go watch it, by any chance, Sakurkudo. That would be a big help if you could tell me where, because I'd like to give it a shot. I could go for some wholesome monster saving. Yeah, when they say they had the Lottie twins, I thought for sure it would be Jovi. Yeah, I could see that. I'm trying to think, who else do we have for secret bosses? Technically Steven and Emerald. Yeah, I believe during the post-game in Emerald, you can go into a certain cave and you can go fight him, and I found it by accident and I thought it was really cool. For years, I did not realize he was the champion. Oh, how ignorant people could be back when there was no internet. You know, it was pretty cool. Who do y'all think's the better champion, Wallace or Steven? I personally like Steven better. I think his rock type team is pretty cool and interesting. You know, he's got he's got the fossils of the reason. He's got Metagross. Try 9 anime TV. It's my go-to for Precure. Okay, cool. I will try that tomorrow after the stream, and then yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, that bit with the dog sounded a little weird, but I'm sure I'll get over it. You know, should be cool to see them. But yeah, thank you, Soccer Kodo. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. Actually, currently got a new Precure commission I'm working on. Those watching me on DVR may have seen it, that I've done the first part of the Sweets theme season. What was it, like Kira, Precure a la mode? Yeah, still gotta do the second part, so, ooh, that's gonna take a while. But yeah, what other secret bosses did... I guess Gen 4 had Palmer in Diamond and Pearl. I tried round 4 of the Colosseum multiple times, but I always lost, so I just looked up the secret boss and was called a good... Yeah, that's probably good. Kira. Oh, well, essentially, a good friend of mine, Shadowmane, who's commissioned me a lot of times to draw Precure teams as babies. Well, he's having me do the whole team, and I've currently drawn the first 3 as babies. They look very adorable. So now I got to do the other 3, which, probably going to take me many, many months. But, hopefully it won't be too hard. Because I found a little odd that, one of them who's like... So the whole theming for the team is, sweets, you know, like cakes and confections, and an animal. Basically each team. So yeah, the ones I did for was the whipped cream rabbit, the custard squirrel, and the gelato lion. One of the other ones is themed chocolate and dog. Which 3? Yeah, those 3. Those are those 3. Those are the ones I've drawn so far. I can send you a link to it later. So. Yeah, ironic. Yeah, when I found out that the chocolate one was also dog themed, I was like, wait a minute. So, yeah, there's that. There's an optional boss in Bravely Default, but I don't want to spoil it. All I say is that they are nasty. Is it? Yeah, I don't really know much about Bravely Default, other than it's kind of like a Final Fantasy successor, like classic Final Fantasy. Charge! I don't like this cowgirl's attitude. Mamie? You know, this must be getting the tops. The names are almost sounding realistic. Hold up! Oh, I see there. Ooh, there's someone you gotta look out for. This girl got a Shedinja. Yeah. One of my favorite Pokemon, Shedinja. I always thought it was so cool. But actually, it's Final Fantasy meets Fire Emblem. Oh, really? I'll have to look into that. I didn't know about the Fire Emblem part. You mean Cure Chocolate? Yeah, that's the one. Not sure how the heck I'm gonna draw her, but I'll figure it out. If anything, it's the last one I'm more worried about, the Cure Parfait. I have no idea how I'm supposed to draw that one. Hey, I'm good at that stuff, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'd say we'd have to watch out for the Shedinja's Wonder Guard, but we have the Sandstorm. I think we'll be just fine. You know, I kind of wish we'd get like a Mega Shedinja. Cure Whip is based on cake. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes more sense. That's probably why the client had me draw Strawberry Shortcake with her. Yeah, I don't know if I'll check out that season. I might. Well, I mean, mind one day. Again, my current plan is to watch the one you recommended, Wonderful Precure, because you know, I once saw a bit of a review for it, or maybe it was just about Precure in general. It sounded really interesting, so I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing them save the monsters instead of killing them. And there goes the Shedinja. more on the Final Fantasy side, but it does have turn-based combat. Yeah. I mean, so does Final Fantasy. And Kira Macaron is a cat and macarons. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna draw her next. Hopefully she won't be too hard. I gotta draw her setting up some macarons at a low table, so yeah, wish me luck. Yeah, was Bravely Default... Was that the game where the final boss tries to delete your save data? Because I feel like, I don't know if it was Bravely Default, but I've never seen a top 10 list that mentioned some final boss. It was like Evil Eldritch, Fantasy, Demon Entity, and I think as like a last-ditch effort, it tries to delete your save data by like going into the menu and trying to delete your data. Was that Bravely Default, or is that something else? Also, I know, don't they have Bravely Default? Nope, that's not in Bravely Default. Okay, my bad. Don't know where I saw that then. Don't they have Bravely Default on the Switch too now? I wonder if I should look into that. I do rather like the classic Final Fantasy stuff. Alright, let's keep it going. Yeah, I really am wondering, how much of this do you think I should do off screen, chat? Because, you know, it's definitely going to be a little repetitive. It's just, you know, I like being able to hang out with y'all while dealing with this, so, I don't know. But, well, whatever works for y'all. Yes, but I recommend playing in order to avoid spoilers. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, though, I've only played about 4 Final Fantasy games. I played well, technically 3. You see, I played the Game Boy Advanced versions. Yeah, I got the one that had, like, Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Only beat 1, as well as quite a few secret bosses they snuck into that game. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I liked fighting the 4 fiends. Pretty sure I also found the original secret boss. So, y'all know about Final Fantasy's first super boss? So, I believe it was in Bravely Default, into Bravely Default Second Hand, and then Bravely Default 2 Switch. Oh, I see. That's a little confusing. Well, thanks for explaining that, Epic Pikachu. But yeah, in Final Fantasy, and Kira Chocolate's regular form is a bit boyish. Yeah, I noticed about her. Goodness, you're making me hungry now. So in the first Final Fantasy, when you get to the last of the 4 fiends, for those who don't know, before you can fight the final boss, you have to take out the 4 fiends. You know, each of them being one of the 4 avalanches. Yeah, I hate the naming convention they went with. It's needlessly confusing. Yeah, it sounds like how they named their Xbox consoles. L-A-C-H? I'm assuming you meant at least she hot or something. I don't know if hot chocolate is... Oh, well, actually, I say it like that. At least she has shorts under her skirt. Oh, yeah, like Smile Precure did. Very good, because I do not like seeing upskirt shots. Like, I feel like it would burn my eyes, because I just feel like that is a sacred ground which the eyes of a man should never tread upon. Yeah, which makes me feel a little awkward in certain Sonic games. Anyways. So yeah, the 4 fiends, there's the Earth Lich. Lich, you know, big old, skeleton sorcerer warlock. Who, like, makes the earth rot with his existence. And then there was... I forget her name. She was some kind of Lamia. She was a big Medusa snake with multiple arms and was fire. About to cause a volcano. Oh, yeah, no, let's go. The Kira Precure has pumpkin shorts under their dresses. Oh, that's nice. Don't know why the pumpkins, but fine by me. As long as I don't see... That's one thing I am liking about Precure compared to other animes. Is nothing sexualized. It's all wholesome and adorable. Nothing creepy or bad. I really appreciate that. And And then there was the Kraken, you know, big old Kraken. That was the water one. And the final of the themes was Tiamat, which was a big, well, it's a multi-headed dragon. Think the five-headed dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh, but without the elements. The puppy and shorts are puppy shorts. Oh yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Thanks for the clarification. So you see, in the room, right before you fight Tiamat, there is a secret enemy that you have a chance of encountering. And this thing is known as the War Mech. And the thing about the War Mech is... Oh, you can send a link to the playlist of transformations in Kira. Oh, that's fine. You don't have to do that, but... actually, that might help. You can if you want to, but I'm fine either way. So what was I talking about? Oh yes, so, yeah, the War Mech... He doesn't look like he's supposed to be in the game. Oh, I think it's in. Your War Mech is a straight-up sci-fi robot in a fantasy game. You know, he's a pretty tough encounter, fairly powerful. But, you know, he was the first instance of a super boss in Final Fantasy history, because, you know, you'd only have a random chance of finding him in that one specific hallway. And, you know, it's pretty neat. Anyways, yeah, I haven't finished 2 yet. 2 is a bit weird. There's a bit of jank in that game. Like, I think your stats level up based on how much you do stuff. Like, if you attack... Like, I think if you, like, your attack goes up, the more you attack with your weapons, and your magic gets higher, the more magic you use in terms of level ups. Of course, that means the only way you can increase your HP is to get hit more. Kind of funny, a certain YouTuber I used to watch a lot, Puffin Forest, he did like D&D videos, not shorts, is he tried to use an exploit in the system, which is attacking yourself. Oh, which sweets? I don't know which sweets from the show I'd want to try. Maybe the chocolate. I like chocolate quite a lot. Cake, I need to eat more cake. Cake is nice. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so basically what the guy did is he thought he could cheat the system by having his characters attack themselves. You know, so they would be getting an increase in attack and health in their level ups. Unfortunately, the moron didn't realize he had a cursed sword on. So when he attacked his main character, he ended up getting them cursed, and... Well, you can't get rid of curses that easily. I think the only way you could get rid of curses is by getting a cross in a very late game area. So yeah, about Cure Macaron. You know, I don't think I've actually I'm not sure if I've actually had macarons before. I feel like I might have, but macarons definitely something I haven't eaten that much. I might as well talk about the other sweets while I'm here. So I don't know if I like strawberry shortcake because I'm not much of a fruit person. I like the cake, but I don't know if I like the strawberry. I probably could learn to like it. I definitely do not have enough fruits in my diet. What about the other sweets? Okay, can someone please explain to me what the heck custard is? Like, I have the foggiest idea what custard is. I can't tell if it's is it like some kind of filling? Because it looked like the character was represented by like pudding, like, you know, flan, like the kind Bram transforms with. Macarons are a little expensive to buy. Yeah, I believe that. So, what on earth is custard? Because, I don't know, is it just like some kind of filling? Granted, I also do not know what gelato is either. Is it a type of bean? Or was that just something the cartoon Chowder made up? And I know gelatos are supposed to be like really cold, and I'm guessing it's a kind of ice cream. And as I say that, I am now having a craving for snow cones. It's been a while since I've had snow cones. Bravely Default did get a remaster for the Switch, so you can play there on the 3DS. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll see if I can look into it someday. I remember it looking a little too not colorful for my taste, but it's probably really awesome. But yeah, what on earth is custard and gelatos? Because I don't know. I just know gelatos like maybe some kind of stuff for ice cream, possibly a bean. I have the foggiest idea what custard is. As for the others, chocolate. Love me some chocolate. And I feel like I might have tried macarons. Custard is a dessert or sweet sauce made with milk, eggs, and sugar. Ugh. Huh. So yeah, it does kind of sound like something you would find inside another type of sweet, like cookies. Okay, thanks for explaining. We'll say I don't know if I'd like a parfait. That's like some kind of ice cream drink with fruit or something. The only thing I really know about parfait is that line from Shrek. Gelato is a frozen dessert of Italian origin, often described as Italian ice cream. It differs from American ice cream in its low fat content, dense texture, and more intense flavor. Gelato typically contains less air and butter fat than ice cream, resulting in richer, more concentrated taste. Ooh, well, that sounds tasty. I might need to try some sometimes. Oh, it depends on whether you want to stream it or not. Again, I'm fine to stream it, because I like getting the chance to hang out with y'all. I just want to make sure y'all are enjoying this. Is this Mount Battle stuff okay for you? Because if you want, I could just try to do a bunch of it all. Then again, even off stream, it's gonna take me a long time. So, granted. So I don't know. Whatever works for y'all. Oh, a parfait is a layered dessert typically consisting of yogurt or ice cream, fruit, and granola. It's a popular breakfast or snack option. Known for a combination of creamy, sweet, and crunchy textures. Oh, that sounds neat. I'm not sure if I would like that, because I do not like yogurt. Like, I really don't like yogurt. It's just too runny and strong for me. I also have a bit of a bad memory is once when I was, like, eating some cereal with my sisters when we were young. I think one of them was eating yogurt and, like, used their spoon to grab one of my marshmallows, which caused a piece of yogurt to start floating in my cereal, which I ate thinking it was a Lucky Charm, and oh, it did not taste good. It really threw me for a loop. Said you could use ice cream instead. Yeah, I think if it was ice cream, I might enjoy it. That crunchiness does sound pretty tasty. I need to look into that. But again, before that, the most I knew about parfait is the Shrek line. Yo, how about parfait, man? Parfait, God, ladies. You ever met anyone who don't like parfait? Like, hey, you want some parfait, man? Oh, no, I don't like no parfait. No! Oh, does I not like parfaits? A macaron is a delicate meringue-based cookie made with almond flour, egg whites, and sugar, often filled with buttercream, ganache, or jam. They're known for their smooth, colorful shells and are popular French pastries. Yeah, I mostly learned about those from Pokemon. I can't remember if we had macarons before, if we had, like, something that was very similar. Also, what the heck? What's ganache? Because there's only one other occasion I've heard that, and that was with with dragon being in front of it. So yeah, that does remind me of probably. Amerigan is an item of sweet food made by baking mixtures of stiffly beaten eggs with whites and sugar until crisp. Oh, tasty. Just making me want to go make my M&M cookies. Yeah, I'm decent at baking, at least baking cookies. I have this nice chocolate chip cookie recipe I do, mainly because I mix in M&Ms. Well, that's a specific mechanic that relies on your system's ability to go into sleep mode. If you play on 3DS, you could add me and gain access to some devastating abilities. Ooh, that's interesting. Granted, my 3DS sadly doesn't work that well anymore. So, For one thing, I don't know where the heck my original 3DS is. A ganache is a whipped filling of chocolate and cream used in desserts such as cakes and truffles. Ooh, that sounds tasty. But yay, we made it through the first area. 42? Advance. But yeah, my other 3DS, my new 3DS XL, it's not doing good. It still works, but it needs to be plugged in. There's something seriously wrong with the battery. The battery basically only lasts like 5 or 10 minutes at most. Nime? Nime? Hey, that's actually a name. Is that a Fire Emblem reference? I don't think so. So yeah, I really need to get a newer 3DS someday, because, you know, I miss playing. Leave it to me when it comes to sweets. Indeed, you are very knowledgeable. Are you supposed to be that short, Mimi? I don't know. Something looks off with your legs. Look too. Never mind. Oh, ads are about to come. Do y'all want me to just keep battling while the ads are playing, just so we can get to the end as soon as possible? Because we still got 90 more areas to go through, so I think I'm just gonna keep fighting while the ads are playing. Because, you know, the sooner we get through all this, the sooner we can get to Pikmin. If you play on emulator, I'm not sure you'd have access to the mechanic, because without sleep mode, you can't use it. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, how to make macarons. Ooh, I bet my family might like that. But yeah, on the subject of sweets, I have got to tell you about one of my favorite games of all time, Viva Pinata. Y'all ever hear of Viva Pinata? Well, come back after these messages. I'll explain it I'll explain it when we're right back. Oh, you heard of it? Great. Yeah, I'll tell you more afterwards. Do I want to pause it? No, I'll just... And we are back. Sorry about that, chat. So yeah, you didn't miss much. We beat a character, and we're on the next one. Y'all back? Alright, as I was saying, so Viva Pinata is... I don't know if I want to say a farming sim. Well, basically, the way the game works is you make a garden, you get to create your own garden, and it attracts pinatas. So yeah, basically there's all these different species of pinatas, and if you do certain stuff in your garden, you can get them to live in your residence. They can become residents, and it is surprisingly fun and addicting. Oh yeah, also, all the pinatas' names are puns. So basically, the way the pinatas are named is they essentially take a candy and a sweet or some kind of food and mix it with an animal. So you get stuff like the horstachio, the pretz tail, the macaraccoon, the fudge hog, tunicorn. But basically, think of any animal or sweet, and I'll tell you what the pinata variant is. But yeah, it's really fun, but it can also be kind of intense at times, mostly because, well, the food chain kind of exists in that game. There are certain wild pinatas that will eat your residents in order to become residents. For example, in order to get the pretz tail, which is the fox pinata. Oh, you sent a video background? Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'll check it out later. See if I can show it to my mom, see if she might be interested in making macarons. But yeah, in order to get a pretz tail in the garden, you need to have him eat either a bunny comb or a cluckles. Now, I will say, the pinatas don't die when they're eaten. They just get broken and become wild and just go wander back into the wild. So yeah, the pinatas don't truly die, they just leave your garden after getting bashed to pieces by whatever's trying to affect them. But yeah, it's a really fun game, and yeah, the way when you start the game, you essentially just have a shovel and a barren, wretched land, and you gotta start turning into a garden by whacking all the ground, and then you get a grass packet, which attracts the worms. Which, you know, worm pinatas, very easy to get. And the way you get, now you can only get about 2 of a species in your garden through the method. If you want to get more worms, or whatever pinata, you gotta have them do their mating dance. By that I mean is, first you need to fulfill their requirements for romance, you know, like, hello warning, even the most experienced baker has trouble making macarons. Good to know, good to know. Oh dang, this dude got all the starters. So, like, it's usually just something like, have them eat a certain fruit, or have a certain decoration in your garden. After that, you play a low game, a low maze where you gotta, like, get them to each other. And after that, the pinatas will do the dance of romance. No, and I don't mean that in a, and I don't really mean that in a questionable way. I mean, they literally go to their dance floor and just start dancing. I mean that in the most literal way possible. And then a stork girl comes and brings their egg. But yeah, it's a really fun game. But there's also lots of stuff that can also mess up your garden. Particularly the sours. So sours are essentially corrupted pinatas that have been turned into this nasty red and black color scheme and are generally very bad pests. Essentially, they will, once they start showing up, they will wander into your garden and they'll start No, in real mating dance no mating dances like that. It's literal dancing. So it's kind of a don't think too hard about it. But the sours they're kind of the main nuisances or enemies in the game. They will essentially come into your garden and then start messing it up in their own unique way, but all of them will always go around spitting up sour candy, which is a very rancid, nasty type of candy that will make your piñata sick. And like disco, yeah, it's exactly like disco, actually. Yeah, they literally go onto the disco floor and start boogieing down with each other. But yeah, the sours, yeah, sour candy, they will make your piñata sick, and if your piñata gets sick, they'll just lay around in pain. At least until you get to the point of the game where Dastardos shows up. Dastardos is another one of the nastiest characters in the game because, well, he's a witch doctor of sorts, and the way he cures your piñatas is by putting them out of their misery and destroying them. So yeah, if you don't cure your sick piñatas fast enough, the Stardust will show up and break them, which, you know, evicts them from your garden. Yeah, the main way you get them cured is you just hire Dr. Patch and he'll come over in his cute little ambulance car and heal them up. But yeah, sours each do a certain thing that will mess up your garden in some way. Like the sour Shelly Bean will attack your plants. Oh, the sour Maca Raccoon is nasty. It will steal your eggs. And, yeah, all sorts of nasty bits. But, the thing about sours is they can be cured. Anyway, the mechanic I was talking about in Bravery 2nd allows you to freeze time and perform additional actions. Wow. Which can really save you in a pinch. You can bank up to 3 points to use, 1 point per action, and you get 1 point every 8 hours logged in sleep mode while the game is running. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, let me finish up my Viva Pinata talk. So yeah, every sour pinata can be cured and purified. Basically, each sour has something that will pacify them, and it's usually something So, for example, to cure the sour Shelly Bean, oh my tongue twister. To cure the Shelly Bean of its sourness, it needs to eat a apple tree seed. Yeah, you can also grow trees in the game. And words are hard, indeed, especially when they're candy piñatas. And the neat thing is, whenever you cure a sour piñata, they actually have special benefits to your garden. Every sour piñata has something that will benefit you. For example, the Shelly Bean will eat weeds. Granted, it's not the most useful, because you kind of have to actively choose to put weeds in your garden. Or if you harass Cedos, he's a friendly little neighbor that will come by, look at your garden, and if you talk to him, he gives you new seeds. But if you whack him with the shovel, he'll get mad at you and throw weeds in your garden. Aren't apple seeds poisonous? Are they? Well, they're not the piñatas, apparently. And I kind of want to go through all the... And also, after you've cured a sour piñata, you'll get a piece of the Tower of Sour, which will permanently keep that sour out of your garden. But yeah, it's kind of funny just how many names they got for piñatas. Like the Fudge Hog, or the Elefanella. But yeah, I kind of want to go through the other sours real quick. After the sour Shelly Bean, you get the sour Sherbet, which, I believe, yeah, the sour Sherbet's is like a vampire. It will go around and suck out your piñata's candies, which makes them sick. Apple seeds contain small amounts of chemical compound called amygdalin. Amygdalin is not poison alone, but when it comes into contact with enzymes in the body, it breaks down and releases cyanide. Oh, yucks, that's awful. Don't eat apple seeds. PSA. But yeah, I believe to cure the sherbet, I think it was something like having a tombstone in the garden and... Oh yeah, now I remember. It was feeding it a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, if you feed it a jack-o'-lantern, it will become friendly. And what it does is you can use it to distract the Stardust to protect your sick pinatas, which is also the ability of the sour Crola, if you cure it. Crola, nasty crow, kind of same thing as the Stardust, as it eats your sick pinatas. But if you cure it with a bird bath and a bottle of medicine, it will become friendly and you can chase away the Stardust. But the later sours will get way nastier. Next is the sour Profitable. Profitable, I think to cure that one, it needed to eat... I want to say it needed to eat a red Flutterscotch and something else. If I recall, I think they go around and start spitting dirt into your ponds. Oh yeah, you can also dig ponds. Great for attracting pinatas like the Newtgat, or the... Oh, what was the frog called? Oh yeah, the Lickatoad, which, yeah. Or the Quackbear, or Swanana. Swananas are fun. They're like, yeah, Swanana, yeah. But yeah, preventable, but yeah, if you do cure him, he'll eat dirt for you. Specifically, later you can get a mine and send diggerlings to go digging, and sometimes they'll dig up dirt, and the preventable can get rid of the dirt for you. Worst of all of the sours, I think, is the sour Macaraccoon, because again, they steal your eggs. But the tricky part is curing them. To cure a sour Macaraccoon, it takes two things. One, it needs to eat a cluckle. You know, it's a chicken pinata, pretty easy to get. But the other way is you need to have 5 Master Romancing awards, which basically means a Master Romance award you get when you romance a pinata species the maximum amount of times. Oh yeah, all the pinatas hatch from eggs. After the pinatas do their romance dance, they get an egg delivered. And after a few minutes, the egg will hatch. Thing is, if the Macaraccoon is hanging around, he's going to try to steal your eggs. And the reason he's so difficult is it can be pretty tricky to romance a pinata species 8 times. Because you gotta fulfill their romance requirements each individual time. So, if you didn't get a lot of romance awards early on, then you're gonna be stuck with that raccoon for a while. Yeah, the Macaraccoon's like the poster child for sours. However, are they chocolate eggs? Maybe. I mean, pinatas do have chocolate in them. But the good thing about the Macaraccoon is once you purify him, he can get you more romance candy. Romance candy is really good, because if you feed it to a pinata you've romanced at least once, you can instantly put them in the romantic mode, so you don't have to do stuff, which is particularly helpful for pinatas that have to eat other species, like the sparrowmints. You have to feed them a worm to get them to romance. But yeah. The other sours, I believe the next one was the crocodile. You know, a sour crocodile. Crocodiles are nasty because they'll attack, I believe, I forget. Oh yeah, they attack your helpers. So yeah, also in the game you can... Oh, you sneaky little... you can hire helpers. You know, you could just employ people to do stuff like water your plants or dig in your mines. Not if the crocodile is hanging around. He's going to go and bite them and scare them off. And I forget what the purification was for him. I think you had to have, like, your garden be mostly water and feed him, like, a sweet tooth and some other water pinatas. But hey, if you purify him, he can fertilize your plants with crocodile tears. Very helpful. But yeah, I'll move on from Viva Pinata in a moment. I just want to mention the last two. One of them, the next one's really tricky. He's the sour mallow wolf. He's a wolf, and he will scare away wild piñatas, so as long as he's hanging out, you can't get new piñatas. And he's really hard to purify because, he needs to eat a pigsy. And what is a pigsy, you may ask? It's kind of a secret piñata, which is a bit of an ungodly abomination. It's essentially what you get when a raspberry, a pig piñata, mates with a swanana, a swan piñata. Basically, it's a pig with wings. And they're kind of tricky to get because you have to have, you know, you gotta get both a raspberry and a swanana ready to romance. And yeah, it's a neat little dude, but yeah, that's how you tame the Malawolf. But the Malawolf's really good once it's purified, because it can chase off the ruffians. So ruffians are like the main minions of the big bad, and they are quite the nuisances. Flying pigs. The way to cure the wolf is with a flying pig. But ruffians are nasty. They're these little red tiki pit people. They'll come into your garden and just be pests. They'll, like, break your stuff, spit sour candies, fill up your ponds with dirt, and start fights with your piñatas. And usually when a piñata loses a fight, they get sick. But, yeah, the only way you can get rid of them is by bribing them, which is, you know, it's not fun to have to give up your money. But if you can get a Malawolf, he'll chase them out. Furthermore, there's also an item you can get called the Captain's Cutlass. It's a sword that will permanently keep them out. Goes well with the Mumbo Jumbo statue that also keeps the Stardos out. Shale? But the last one, Sour, you deal with in the first game is the Bonboon. So, the Bonboon's a baboon. He's pretty nasty. Gives a new meaning to when pigs fly. Indeed. Pigs apparently fly when a pig starts a relationship with a swan. Ain't that a weird twist on the ugly duckling? The Bonboon's annoying because he'll make your piñata start fighting with each other. Like he'll go up to the he'll go up to a swanana that was next to a quackbear and he'll be like,
Hey, that quackbear, that swanana said, I may have been an ugly duckling, but that's just an ugly duck.
And yeah. So yeah, they're quite annoying. But it's also a little tricky. See, in order for the Bonboon to be tamed, it has to lose a fight to a snake. You see, in Viva Pinata, they have they have the, one of my favorites, the Surapint. It's a snake pinata. Not too hard to get, you just have to have a lot of grass in your garden and have it eat a marshmallow. So, they're pretty annoying if you like marshmallows. But the thing is, there is a secret pinata you can get, but it's a little tricky. So, after some serpents mate, there's a bit of a weird thing you can do to their egg. See, if you take your shovel... Yeah, great way to start a sentence. If you smack the egg right before it hatches... You know, as in, like, once it does the big final jump before it hatches, if you smack it with the shovel, it will cause the piñata to mutate into a new species known as a Twingersnap. Twingersnap is a two-headed snake. Yeah, so yeah, Twingersnap. Funny they made one of them a main character on the show. But the thing about the Twingersnap is you can take it even further. Because if you do the exact same thing to a Twingersnap egg, you can double it and create a four heads. Yeah, so if getting a two-headed snake wasn't crazy enough, you can do the process again and get a four-headed snake. And yeah, and basically, in order to cure the Bonboon, it has to lose a fight to one of those snake species. And basically, the more heads it has, the higher chance it has of defeating the Bonboon. And once that there bomboon's beaten, you get yourself, you can use, yeah, Hydra, pretty much. Yeah, and once the Hydra beats the Bonboon, you can use him to stop fights. Which does make it a little annoying for one Pinata species. But yeah, once you do that, you don't have to worry about any sours ever again. Granted, you still have to worry about the big bad of the game, Professor Pester. So, also, I will say this, Viva Pinata also had a TV show. It was a really fun show. I quite liked it. It was on 4Kids TV back in the day. It was great. I'll have to talk about it more later. But Professor Pester, he's the big bad. He's like a evil, freaky tiki looking professor. And in the show, you know, he's a pretty standard cartoon villain, Saturday morning villain, you know, lots of harebrained schemes to capture the pinatas and steal their candy, funny villainous stuff. He's pretty fun. He's got his nice, 4Kids TV. Yeah, 4Kids TV made a Viva Pinata TV show, and I really loved it. But yeah, Professor Pester, he's not that scary on the TV show, and he's got funny catchphrases. I believe his main one is, "Victory will be mine!" And then every time he loses, his ending catchphrase would be, "I have no regrets!" But yeah. However, in the video game, he is one of the most terrifying and awful things that can invade your garden. So yeah, the thing about Pester, also just to point out, he's the reason sour pinatas exist. He essentially made a nasty sour candy, which created all the sours. But basically, if Pester gets into your garden, and if you do not bribe him the moment he gets in, he will just destroy whatever your most valuable thing is. Yeah, he'll just take out his pinata stick and just kill whatever your most valuable pinata is. Or your most valuable item. And the worst part, there's no way to get rid of him in the first game. So, yeah, quite a contrast. There is a way to get rid of him in the second game, thankfully. They added more sour pinatas in the second game, Trouble in Paradise. Y'all might be getting a little bored with the Viva Pinata talk, so I'll save that discussion for another day. But, long story short, if you tame the strongest sour in the second game, the Limoceros, the Limoceros will keep him out of your garden like Team Rocket. But yeah, Pester is a horrifying threat in the game, because, again, if you don't bribe him immediately, he'll destroy your best pinata, and you can't do anything about it. But yeah, before we stop talking about Viva Pinata, I do want to bring up what put me in the mood. Is, you see, Sakukudo, you know how you mentioned ganache when you were telling me about all the sweets? Well, that's actually related to one of the rarest pinatas in the whole game. You see, chat, the garden you work in used to belong to an old man, I think it was called Jardinero, who had got every single pinata in his garden. Every single one. The Rorio, the Fudge Hog, everything. He was like the master of pinata gardening. Yeah, so he got all of them, except for one. For there was one pinata, an elusive, rare pinata that many doubt the existence of. And that, yeah. How rare? Well, it was so rare that it does not appear in the wild naturally. It's even rarer than the Tunicorn. For context, the Tunicorn is a unicorn pinata. They actually had a whole episode in the cartoon of them trying to find a Tunicorn, and they just didn't. He popped up at the very end. But anyways, that rare pinata that Jardinero never found was the Dragonache. Which is basically, you know, a dragon pinata. And it's a pretty cool pinata. It's got like 4 eyes. It's got like a like a sunflower or like a Mexican deity. But yeah, the Dragonosh is like the end goal of the game, because you can only get one Dragonosh per garden, and it takes a bit to find. So, the first step in getting a Dragonosh is you need a mine. So yeah, once you build a mine, you can send diggerlings in it. Or a Kandari with a gas mask. That also helps. But yeah, once you send your diggerlings to work, you just gotta wait. You just wait for them to dig until, you know, and they'll like find rare minerals and dirt and stuff for you. But eventually they will find the fabled Dragonosh egg. A rare rainbow-colored egg. Diglett? Yeah, not a Diglett, but actually they're pretty close to Diglets. Yeah, once you have found the Dragonosh egg, it is unlike any other egg in the game. Specifically because it will not hatch on its own. To hatch it, you need a Cluckles. Yeah, funny thing about Cluckles, they also hatch eggs faster. Because, you know, chicken! Fortunately, Cluckles are super easy to get. There's actually a pet shop in the game where you can just buy certain pinatas. I believe the pinatas you could get from the pet shop are a Bark, a Kitty Floss, a Cluckles, a Rashberry, a Panonki, and a Moozapan. Take your guess which those animals are. But yeah, once you do it, once the Cluckles is acquired... chicken! Yeah, the chicken, the Cluckles will just wander on over, sit on the egg, and bada bing! You got a baby Dragonosh! And what's neat about the Dragonosh is it will actually change... You can actually have it in different colors. In the first game, Dragonoshes came in four variants, which was gold, pink, brown, green, and blue. Essentially, depending on what the egg was on when you hatched it would determine the color. So, you know, grass gets you green, water gets you blue, dirt would get you the pink, brown. And gold, you'd actually have to use it on cracked ground, which you only get at the very beginning, so if you want a golden Dragonosh, try to save at least one spot. But here's another thing about the Dragonosh, is they will not mature naturally. You see, baby pinatas, they'll just be babies for like a few minutes, and then they'll cocoon themselves and grow up. The Dragonosh needs specific stuff in order for it to grow. And it needs to eat the following thing. It needs to eat a bottle of milk, you know, because it's a little baby. It needs to eat a snapdragon plant. And then he needs to eat 3 more pinatas, specifically the dragonfly, the salamango, and the red hot. All 3 are a little tricky to get. You know, the first 2 aren't so hard. You see, certain pinatas can actually evolve into others, depending on if they eat certain stuff. Like, you know, a Sparrowmint turns into a Kandari if it eats a Buttercup. To get a Salamango, you just feed a chili pepper to a Newtgat. And to get a red hot, this is a little bizarre. So you need to take a Taffly, you need to set it on fire with a torch, and then you need to put it out with your watering can, and that somehow turns it into a Firefly. Of course, I will say, those red hots are really good for getting cash. You can sell them for a lot of money. The Dragonfly is the tricky bit. You see, to get a Dragonfly, you know, you need to have a lot of water in your garden, like 60%, I think. But the part that makes it tricky is it has to lose a fight to another pinata. So you have to have a pinata fight it, and then it has to lose, which is also really hard to do if you got a Bonboon hanging around. But if you do all these steps, congratulations, you will get a fully grown Dragonosh. Yeah. And in the sequel, they had another rare pinata like that called the Chocolodoculus or Chocolodicus, which is a dinosaur pinata. I'll talk about that some other day because it's even more convoluted how you get that thing. But yeah, thank y'all for listening through my whole Viva Pinata spiel. I highly recommend it. I honestly kind of want to stream it at some point. The thing is, chat, it's kind of one of those games that doesn't really have an end. So, if I was to stream Viva Pinata, how long would y'all want me to stream it? Would I just do it until we get the Dragonache? So I don't know. Ooh. Oh, wait. Wait, I did that wrong. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed watching talk about Viva Pinata, but I can see y'all might be getting a little bored. So, let's change the subject. Let's see. Oh yeah, other Final Fantasy games I've played. Yeah, I only got about halfway through 2. The other ones I played was 4 and 5. Yeah, at the time they didn't have a Game Boy Advance version of 3, so I never got to try that one. The dragon would take too long. Yeah, maybe. Again, the game doesn't really have an ending. It's one of those play as long as you like. So I don't know. Plus, I don't know if y'all would like it when one of your favorite pinatas get eaten for some reason. But yeah, I'm still playing Final Fantasy IV. I actually got the remake on the Switch. I really love it. Final Fantasy IV might be my favorite so far. I really love the characters, especially Rydia, the summoner. I love her so much. And, you know, Final Fantasy IV has probably one of the best Final Fantasy villains, that being Golbez. Best way to describe Golbez... imagine Darth Vader in a fantasy setting. And that's basically Golbez. Even gets a little redemption near the end. And I also played a good bit of 5. I need to get back to it. It's just 5 takes a bit more planning because of all the customization going on in that game. One thing I do love about Final Fantasy V is it introduced the Blue Mage. So the thing about Blue Mages is, well, they can copy enemy attacks. There's, basically, if your character's a Blue Mage and they get hit by a certain attack a certain amount of times, they can copy it, which is really cool. So you can essentially, you know, get the power of all the enemies. But it's a low tempo. Oh, did you hear that GX remaster came out? Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I think I did. Isn't that like they upscaled it or something? Yeah, didn't they do like an AI upscale of GX? Oh yeah, the Dino Thunder game. Yeah, that might be fun for a Thursday stream. Do you know how long it is? If it's really long, I don't know, but you know, it might be fun for like a one-off. Of course, you know, first we gotta get through all the Treasures of Ruin before I consider that. But yeah, I definitely might want to try that. You know, Dino Thunder is one of my favorites, so it might be fun to play a game and just mess around with the Megazord that I wish I had the toy of. God, boy, I tell you, Chad, I need to get more GX in my life. It's Japanese, it's Japan exclusive. All they did was crop and stretch it to widescreen. They didn't improve it all, just resized. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, Epic Pikachu. Yeah, nothing too amazing, but I need some more GX stuff. I need to go read the manga at some point. Maybe... Oh, I gotta see if it's on that website you told me about a while ago, Sakurukudo, because I heard the GX manga is pretty cool. You know, they fight the planets and stuff. Alright, we are getting closer and closer. Yeah, super disappointing. Yeah. Yeah, GX is one of those shows where I think a remaster or a remake could really do it some good. Like, a lot of bug. Oh, they got the bugs. Let's actually bring Flare Blaze. That might be good. Yeah, super disappointing. Because, you know, as much as I have GX, I love GX, there's our chance to finally get Season 4. Oh, goodness, you're right! Dagnabbit! Our best chance, yeah. I still haven't finished Season 4. I got about halfway through it, but then they took all the episodes off of YouTube. And I'm not really a fan of plots where everyone just starts dying. Like, yeah, Manga-Chaz has one win against Jaden. Yeah, and he's got a way cooler Guardian monster. You know, he's got the Light Darkness Dragon. I mean, nothing against Ojamas, but Light Darkness Dragon is way cooler. Granted, I think I heard that Alexis has, like, no wins ever. Which is too bad. They also were a bit weird with some of the Season 4 characters. Like, they kind of turned Jessie into just a random jobber who likes bugs. And that's about nothing. I think they also made, like, Jim Crocodile Cook a lot eviler, and also leaned far more into the crocodile aspect. Like, I think all his monsters are crocodiles. And you bad isn't actually the big bad like that makes you think. Yeah, you sure? Yeah, I know the actual big bad is Darkness. You know, like that weird cow skull villain. Still, I really wish there could be some justice done against you, because I kind of hate that they get off scot-free, despite doing some pretty nasty stuff. And I mean, she's murdered at least a couple of people. Yubel is creepy, yeah. Honestly, I don't know which version of her is creepier. She was corrupted by the Light of Destruction. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Speaking of which, oh darn, I forgot myself. Is it kind of weird that they got rid of the Light of Destruction? So, before you bow. Goodness, where the heck does Darkness even play in with this? You know, okay, I could stop about now, but I'm having a good time talking with y'all, so let's go a little longer. Let's keep going. Yeah, maybe we could aim for like 30 per yeah, maybe we could just aim for like 30 matches per stream, and I think we'd be good. Yeah, I still haven't figured out a Wednesday show yet. But yeah, let's keep on. Let's see if we can go a little longer. Sartorius wasn't evil either. Yeah, he was corrupted as well. Yeah, that light was nasty. I gotta say, GX's villains are kind of weird. Wait. Oh, stop, spam bot! Dang it, get out of here! 1 second, chat.
Rocket launcher!
Get out of here. Yes, Sartorius. Mostly, you know, I don't know, I feel like Kagemaru wasn't quite as good as he could have been. Ooh, this could be a problem. Sartorius was a great villain, and, you know, the Light of Destruction was definitely the true antagonist, and Yubel, you know, kind of... Then you got Darkness and the weird True Man guy. I mean, I'd love to see... Oh, and then the manga, you just have Tragodia, you know, that freaky planet monster guy. But yeah. I'm a little nervous about this batch, but hopefully we'll be fine. Oh, but yeah, I'd love to see, like, a modern take on GX. Like, could you imagine if they did, like, GX, but everyone had the the better cards. Like, could you imagine Jaden versus Crowler, but they had like the full modern support? Like, you know, Crowler whipping out the Ancient Gear Howitzer, and then Jaden whipping out the Masked Heroes. That'd be awesome. Oh, right, how far are you, Gab? I only have 4 episodes left. Yeah, I haven't watched any more episodes yet, Sakakudo. Again, the last episode I watched is where he tried to team up with Neville, whatever he's called, and they tried to assassinate the evil president, but it did not work. Dang, I almost feel bad for him, because, you know, I mean, evil as the scientist was, he did honor his part of the agreement and returned a lot of the kidnapped people. But yeah, I have not watched any Gab yet. I'm probably going to take your advice and wait for the show to be finished. That way I can binge it all at once. Yeah, almost. Granted, I say almost because, again, he was still part of the Stomach family and still causing the whole kidnapping genocide, so I don't feel that bad. But yeah, again, he did. I know he did on the next episode, because, also, the dub makes you think Zane dies from heart failure due to the underground duels, but that isn't what happens. The underworld deck was doing it because he never satisfied it. He always wanted more duels and more wins. Really? I thought it was because he didn't respect the deck. Yeah, the dub also makes you think Jaden disappeared. Yeah, I wish they would have at least dubbed the final episode, the first episode of Season 4 where Jaden returns. Makes me glad I didn't see that back in the day. But yeah, I thought the whole thing with the Underworld deck is because the older brother of the Stomach family is like Bosco. Oh yeah, Longo. I knew that. I honestly knew he was going to be the final boss, and I'm looking forward for him to be dead. He's not even that interesting of the villain. He's just a power-hungry backstabber. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when Gab destroys him. Like, I really hope they don't have any of the Stomach family survive. They do not deserve it. They've literally committed genocide. They've kidnapped and killed far too many humans. They gotta die. But yeah, I'm predicting all of them are going to be dead by the end of the show, because as far as I know, at the moment, the only ones left is the twin that didn't die and Longo. And I'm fairly certain they're going to get rid of the twin in, what was it, Jita? Hate that dude. I hate him so much. And I'm looking forward to him being destroyed. But what about the Grand Uncle? Oh yeah. I wish he lived. He doesn't count. He wasn't evil. He was great, fun guy. Honestly, it makes me want to bring back the squid just so I can kill her again for hurting the poor whale. Yeah, honestly, I will say the Stomachs are very realistic in terms of how evil they are, because, you know, they're arrogant and they don't see themselves as wrong in any way, and, you know, they're constantly being awful to poor Shoma. And, you know, that's sadly kind of close to a lot of evil people now in real life who are just so arrogant and prideful that they don't care who they hurt, even though they are clearly being evil. What's that epic Pikachu? Zane wanted power and he was desperate to get back on top after 10 straight losses, so he started using the Underworld deck and only wanted more duels and more wins. Yeah, exactly. That was his whole character arc, and I think the way can we revive the Grand Uncle and have him join? Maybe. The question is how. So that's the thing we'd have to figure out. What would be an in-universe way to revive a Granute? Granted, in my Kamen Rider story, I kind of revived the Greeds with some special good Moralium crystals and custom crafted metals. I need to get back to that story. And yeah, last I left off, I think I had gotten Azul fully good. Gamel's still low on edge, and Kazari's currently in pieces, and Uva's kind of running around, probably having a mental breakdown. But yeah, one thing I would like to do next for that story is do one for Gamel, maybe have him mature a little and not be so childish, and then have him defeat Kamen Rider Death, a evil, corrupted version of Earth. He comes back from the stars in Season 4, but he's confined to a wheelchair. Something more universal? Yeah, I don't know if the metals would work on reviving the whale. Plus, at the same time, I don't know if I'd want any of the Greeds to use their yummies, because there's usually a catch. We're gonna have Soma join us too, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how we want to do things in the Kamen Rider group. Currently, Universe, it would just be... Though I will say that would be a good way to take the direction, you know, just maybe not as direct as our Pokemon plans, but maybe more like just, you know, generally trying to make the universe better, maybe undo some of the bad stuff that happens. Because screw tragedy! That's what I say. I probably shouldn't say it because the word's a little naughty, but... Granted, I mean, if they were... Maybe we could find something from the Kamen Rider Outsider movies to do it. Did you watch any of those, Sakukudo? It was like a little spin-off they did, where a bunch of villains just got revived, and had to team up to defeat the AI, but they were like, no, I don't want to, I want to go be evil! One thing I don't understand is why they had Jaden get lost for a week in the woods near Duel Academy. You want to join us in Ryuk? Who would you want to join us in Ryuk? Oh, okay. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe getting Tiger. He might be. We might be able to persuade him to be a hero that doesn't sacrifice others, perhaps. I don't know. Most of the people in Ryuki are highly questionable. Yeah, I'm guessing the reason they had Jaden get lost in schools was because they needed him gone for a little bit, so other characters to develop. In hindsight, it's still pretty stupid. Shinji, I don't know. I'd have to leave that to you. You'd have to figure that part out, Sakukudo. But anyways, after these messages, we'll be right back, and I'm gonna keep battling. What did that guy just say? Goond! What the heck? Huh. Oh, kind of shame the chat missed out on that. Hmm. That might need to be a highlight. Mendel. Okay, we're back, chat. Weird thing happened. The last guy I beat, his defeat line was Goond. Dude literally said Goond. I'm so confused. But yeah, let's get back on topic. Yeah, I'd probably let you handle any of the Ryuki stuff, Sakakudo. Yeah, maybe we could just have that section of Sign Dimension B2 trying to improve the Kamen Rider world in general. Ren, all we have to do is make his girlfriend. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. You could probably convince him. I'm still not sure how many main writers we want to get going in. Actually, wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Something I just remembered about the Ryuki writers is, don't they have to keep feeding their Advent Beast monsters or energy, otherwise they eat them? Because isn't that what happened to Imperior? You know, he essentially got his wish, but he couldn't leave the herd of antelope enemies. So, but not Geo. No, we are not letting anyone near Geo! Like, I'd probably try to destroy Geo if he didn't already do it himself, because, you know, he kind of removed himself and everyone from the timeline, so we just ignore him. I also don't understand why they made Jaden obsessed with Jesse. Cyrus was his best friend since season 1, and they could have had so much character development, especially when he became the Supreme King if they had Axel snap him out of it. That's a good point, Epic Pikachu. I kind of thought the main reason he was so interested in Jesse is because they were so similar. You know, because think about it, because Jaden hadn't met anyone else who could see monster spirits besides Chaz, but you know how he is. You know how Chaz is about that stuff. Again, I think the best friendship I find pretty believable, because you know we could use Dead Souls for the Mirror Month, and I don't know if that's a good idea. Can you find an alternative energy source? Sakakudo, because, I don't know, Dead Souls, that sounds a bit too rude. Moving on, back to the thing. And, I don't know, I feel like there's just been a few too many moments where Jaden and Cyrus had some issues. You know, like that time Jaden traded Cyrus's bed for a card. And at the same and then again, I really didn't like how Cyrus was acting during the later bit of Season 3. Granted, that was mostly from Zerg's orb. Cyrus was just kind of there after Axel, Jesse, and the others came. Yeah, Jesse and Jaden hang out so much at yeah, that's, not a big fan of that. That's kind of creepy, the shipping. But I will say that is a good point. It definitely would have made more sense if Cyrus might have been the one to break Jaden free. I don't know. Cyrus was just not was not doing that good in Season 3. He was just being kind of whiny and complaining a lot. Real shame, because he had some good moments before that. You know, I liked his I liked that episode where he where, you know, he got to upgrade to raw yellow. You know, that was a pretty fun duel he had with Missy. Pretty nasty character, that Missy. She's like Weevil's older, less smart cousin. How about a unripe lock fruit from Gaim? Would that work? You know, it might, cause that's what kept. That actually might work, Sakurkudo, because if I recall, the Helheim fruits are what were able to sustain Kamen Rider Beast. For those who don't know, Kamen Rider Beast also had a bit of an angry animal inside him. He had the Chimera Phantom, who was like, "Hey, if you don't, hey, you better feed me all the phantoms, or I will eat you." So, yeah, that things worked out for Beast. Beast was fun. Works for Crime. I'm going to guess you mean Chimera. Yeah, that might work. We would just need to find a way to get the fruits, cause I'm pretty sure once Guy became a blonde deity, he moved the whole forest onto another planet. But yeah, good idea, great idea. Oh yeah, Epic Pikachu. Yeah. Oh, poor Bastion. Oh, poor Bastion. Yeah, I feel so bad for Bastion. After that blasted Amazonian whopped him, poor dude was never the same. And goodness, that's so sad. They didn't even notice he disappeared. Bastion got ignored until the Tanya duel, and then they completely ignored him. We can ask him in my fort. Yeah, but oh, hold on. Oh dear. Uh-oh, mayday. That's not good. Yeah, question is, how do we find them? I'm pretty sure the blonde deity is not on speed dial. Okay, and I might need to start paying attention, cause...
Huh?
Uh-oh. Oh, that Machoke has guts, don't it? Okay, I'm starting to think I might need to do some grinding soon. Yeah, maybe that could be one of the projects in our story. If I ever do more Kamen Rider stories, maybe one of the background things would be finding a way to locate the Helheim planet and acquire the fruits. Question is, would it be better to get help from Forze or 01? Yeah, okay. I feel like Bastion wasn't ignored that much. You know, he had some cool duels, like the one with Chaz and the one with Jaden. Oh, but after the Tanya duel, yep, he dead. He better off dead. Honestly, the whole thing with Tanya was weird. Considering he ended up being a furry. She ended up being... I don't want to say a furry, because... She just turned into a literal tiger. But then they... Oh, nice. But then they still got together after season 3, and... At least Chumley got written off properly. He got his dream job working for Pegasus. Yeah, why did Chumley get the better ending? Why does Mr. Grilled Cheese Koala Bear get a proper ending? Well, Bastion gets nothing. Like, goodness, what was the writer's problem with Bastion, honestly? Okay, I think we need to get Quake Jr. in for this. For now, let's try to have Miss Ruby keep doing her thing. What a shame, because I think Bastion had a really interesting deck, you know. Like, the chemistry thing is awesome. I actually got lots of... Can we revive the good monsters and Kamen Rider to join us? Oh yeah, that'd be like our main goal, Sakurkudo. Because I'd want to, you know, make a world where, you know, those type of monsters can live happily and free. Yeah, question is which ones. Like, I'm kind of wondering how he would do ones that were like very permanent deleted, like Burgermon or the Metsubo Jinrai.net characters, because I thought they implied it that they couldn't be revived because all their minds were merged. Except then they go ahead and revive Hirobi in the Outsiders special, so I don't know what at this point. Tanya shows up and is like, I don't want your show, I want a husband. Excuse me, what? Yeah, and y'all know me, I am not a fan of Amazonians. You know, nothing against them being, you know, big giant women that are strong. It's just that most Amazonians are sexist. You remember one monster from Gokaiger? Was it the one that was it the one that got rejected and then ended up living with someone else and then marrying his mother to start a hot spring? Oh yeah, him. I don't know if we need to do anything with him. He seems pretty fine where he is. You know. Because, you know, we gotta make sure anyone who joins the organization actually wants to. And I don't know. I think he's pretty good with his hot spring business. But yeah, that's funny. Weird that that's the only. You know, I'm glad we had at least one good monster in the Gokaiger. Kind of funny. They adapted that episode into Super Mega Force, but they didn't do the second part where, you know, he started his own life. He was just. I think they just implied that they threw him out. Very weird. What was his name? Like Gelestro or something? But yeah, Bastion deserved better. Didn't they print some of his Magnet Warriors recently? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that should do. Let's have the Gokaiger and Goseiger. Yeah, I don't know how many heroes we'll be able to get on our side. Because we gotta consider that some of them might not be too keen with working for monsters. Like, I don't know, didn't the Goseigers, like, go back to heaven or something? And, I don't know, I feel like the Gokaigers are busy doing their own thing. Maybe we could at least hire them for a job or two. I don't know, but not a bad idea. I don't really know how many full-on teams we could get. Plus, I don't know if we want... I don't know. We'll figure it out. We might want to be careful if Goseigers are still on Earth. Oh, really? Well, good for them. Yeah, because again, something we'd have to be careful of is people and heroes who are not too approving of our goal of reviving the good monsters and helping them have good lives, because, you know, some people ain't too forgiving. So, say there's might join. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we could at least chill with them a bit to go revive that nice robot boy. I don't know. Because, again, I don't know how... It's something to keep in mind. Maybe let's think of some other former villains that might be worth it. Worth persuading. Because we gotta make sure it's actually possible and don't just force them. Also, why is Obelisk Blue the only one that has a girls' dorm, and why are all the girls in Obelisk Blue besides Blair? Good point, Epic Pikachu. Weird thing, in the first episode, at like the entry exams, you can actually see two. Ooh, cool. You can actually see two raw yellow girls. Our goals are similar. Oh, really? What are the Goseigers' goal? Isn't it like just protect the planet? Or it's been a while since I've watched Goseiger, so feel free to remind me. Yeah, I could think of some reasons why it's the only girl. Maybe only the girls went to prep school. Protect everyone from evil. Yeah, that's a good point. But at the same time, you know, some people might not want to forgive. Also, we can use Blizzard now. So, I just don't want us to get too close to a writer who's like, this person is evil, is always evil, they have to die. Because that would be sad, because... Yeah, you know, Valen was like that for a bit. You know, he got over it eventually. You know, he let go of his revenge and stopped hating all the Granudes. Oh, that was such a powerful moment. Love that dude. Actually, wait, I just thought of something at the Pikachu. What if the reason they only had the girls was to try to get more people in going to the prep school? I'm just saying, you know, all the duelists are teenagers, and perhaps maybe they were trying to trick the convince the teenage boys to be Obelix Blue so they could peter the ladies, you know what I'm saying? But still, yeah, I don't know why, because the weird thing is, thinking back, it's not, because what the heck is going on with Blair in the last few seasons, because, you know, they kick her out in the first season because she was too young, but then she comes back and she's still red? What the heck, man? Real shame, because you know the girl uniforms in Duel Academy is really cute, and it would have been nice to see it in other colors. Oh, you know, that reminds me. Speaking of Slifer, so I don't know how many of y'all are into model kits like I am, but they've been doing some Yu-Gi-Oh model kits lately. They've been doing these things called I believe they're Figure-Rise Standard Amplified, where they essentially take a design. They've mostly done this with Digimon, and they amplify it. They like make it more epic and edgy and cooler. Well, you see, they've been doing it with the Yu-Gi-Oh monsters lately. It just doesn't make sense. They built a whole separate dorm building for the girls in Obelisk Blue, but they didn't build one for Slifer Red and Raw Yellow. Maybe they did, but they never showed. I just wish the skirts on the uniform would have shorts under them. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea, because, as much as I like the outfit, I will admit the skirts are a bit on the short side, and, I mean, thankfully there weren't any malfunctions in the show, but, I'm just saying, accidents can happen, and I'd prefer to not be near them, if you know what I mean. The skirts were too short. Yeah, I think so. Maybe at least like maybe some short shorts with slightly longer skirts wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, at least they're not as bad as the ones from Zexal, cause ooh dear. Yeah, I don't know if any of y'all watched the Japanese version of Zexal, but oh goodness, those uniforms are way too short. Because, again, the girls, like Tori, are 14, and that is way too short. Look, I know most of y'all hate the changes 4Kids made, but in this case, they made the right call of lengthening the skirts in Zexal, because, it is... Look, I like Tori, but some of the stuff they do with her in the Japanese version is very disturbing. Like, if you know, you know. Anyways, back to my model kit. If any guy looked up my skirt, they can say goodbye because they were one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely want to hit him with, that's my purse, if you know. So for context, in one of the King of the Hill episodes, I think Bobby, you know, wanted to stop getting bullied. So he ended up taking a woman's defense class. The reason he took the woman's one is all the other classes were full, which led to him getting a certain way of fighting back. Essentially, he would scream, "That's my purse! I don't know you!" And then he would kick someone in the nuts. And, yeah, then he started doing it to, like, everyone in school. But yeah, if, someone purposely looking up the skirts, you know, they definitely need to get hit by a "that's my purse," if you know what I mean. Just you know, make sure you're wearing appropriate skirts. You know, don't wear something short that's prone to breezes, cause that would make me uncomfortable. Oh yeah, they also kept Jaden and Slifer red when all his friends moved up to raw yellow and Obelisk blue just for the sake of continuing the Slifer gag. Yeah, that's a little weird, Epic Pikachu, because I think the reason... I know he said he wanted to stay in red early on, or have their walnuts cut off. Ooh, yeah, that's a little too disturbing for my taste, Sakukudo. But definitely a good smacking wouldn't be out of the question. Can we change the subject, please? But again, don't look up people's skirts. It's wrong, and it's something I personally hate. Like, I feel like my reaction would be very much look away, cover my eyes, and pray to the Lord for forgiveness. Because no, I'm very much disturbed by the sight of those type of underwear. It makes me feel very dirty, and I hate it. Please, everyone, just please be respectful of each other and stay away from those areas. Let's change the subject, okay, what I was saying, back to the model kits. So they've been doing figurized standard amplifieds of Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. So I believe so far they've done Blue Eyes White Dragon, Exodia, and Black Luster Soldier. But the recent ones they've been doing are the Egyptian God cards. And they did a really cool Ra that I really would like to get. Nice gold shiny wing dragon of Ra. And I think last year they did, or this year they did Obelisk. You ever feel weird when you see full body Obelisk, chat? Because, I don't know, he feels vaguely less imposing when you see his full body. Also, did you notice Jaden is the only protagonist whose first name isn't a U name? Yeah, I did notice that, Epic Pikachu. I think they made up for it by having that be his last name. You know, his full name is Jaden Yuki. So that's where they put it. I kind of feel like it'd be better if they did that more, because, I think they've kind of run out of U names. And the reason I don't think they have any more U names is because of sevens. Yuki, Japanese for brave. Oh, it is? Cool. Didn't know that. So, oh yeah, before I get to the point, thing about the model kits is I saw on Instagram is they're making a model kit of the executive producer! Yeah, I think we got a Slifer kit coming our way. It's like $100, because you know how big Slifer is. Really excited. Wish I could get them. It's just, you know, Raw is like $75, so lot to save up for. So yeah. Oh yeah, anyways, as I was saying, so in sevens, about the midway point, they decide that the main villain is not the president of Goha, or more specifically, they decide the robot was actually working for a group of siblings who all have U names. But yeah, those are like the villains in the second arc, these siblings who all have Yu-Gi-Oh-esque protagonist names. And they all have like face mask, and they want to get rid of rush dueling because it's bad for the company or something. Oof, boy. Let me look them up for you. Oh yeah, the Goha 6. Yeah, I think they kind of used up all the rest of any potential protagonist names. So let me see what their names are. We have Euro Goha, Yujin Goha, Yuka Goha, Yuran Goha, and Yua Goha. Oh, and the big bad Yuga Goha, who shares the first name with the main character. Yeah, but oh, that's neat. I just noticed they all specialize in one archetype. And what's kind of interesting, chat, is a few of them actually have references to older Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. The ones I'm familiar with, yeah, Yujin. Yeah, well, he's got a water deck. In fact, I think when I think I saw an AMV of hit the duel against him, and he done switched into a swimsuit, and then used a field spell that gave everyone else swimsuits. Nothing inappropriate, thank goodness, because, oh goodness. But yeah, main thing with him, I believe he had Daedalus, you know, that big sea serpent dragon associated with, classic water Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Yeah, there's that. There's sort of Leto, oh goodness, I didn't even realize. Okay, we'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, I'm looking at the wiki about what their theming was. Apparently the wind guy, Euro, apparently his deck was turbo dueling themed. I gotta look, what kind of monsters he's got? Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, that one, I think he did it, oh yeah, he forced him to turbo duel. Yeah, they actually had one turbo duel on Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. How about that? I'm looking at, what's his ace monster? Air Formula Eagle? That's neat. Yeah, I did not know they had a turbo duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. How about that, chat? Oh, and when the one girl, Yuka, I think I brought her up before. So, she's kind of a reference to Zexal. She was in Duel Links a few months ago. Oh, I've heard that it was a localization thing. In Japanese, the family name is written first and given name is written second, so it should be Yuki Judai, but for some reason got switched to the localization, so he's still of the U's. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I think that's a thing with Japanese language. But yeah, so Yuka, she's a baseball player, and her ace monster is Utopia. As in number 39 Utopia. Except, it's not number 39. Instead, it's player number 39, Grand Slam. So, yeah, y'all can look this up if you want, but yeah, she's literally got it's literally just Utopia, but he's a baseball player. Yeah, I'm looking at the art now. Yeah, he's got a baseball hat on, and instead of wings, he's got a rack of baseball bats. He's also got a baseball... He's got... Oh, instead of swords, he's got baseball bats! Yeah, exactly. Oh my, it's more ridiculous the more I look at it. I'll have to show this later on a... Yeah... Oh, and she had it, and yeah, her other monsters are based off Yuma's monsters, but they're baseball players. Baseball crazy. Oh, and guess what? Wait a minute. What the heck? What's the requesting? Okay. Yeah, she had another retrained numbered monster called Player number 99 Grand Slam Dragon. So yeah, they oh my, yeah, it's quite a design. So they took Utopic Dragon, and they stuck a baseball stadium on his back. And he's got score counters on his arms, and big scoreboard wings. Whew, baseball crazy indeed. It was pretty fun unlocking her, I'll say that. This makes me a little nervous. But yeah, I think her whole thing is she was trying to recruit Roman onto her baseball team, because apparently Roman was really good hitting stuff. So crazy to me that Yuma actually gets the girl. Indeed. Indeed. What can I say? I guess Tori just got guts. She actually had the guts to say it. I'm trying to think, let's see, why did it not work out for any of the other U-boys? Let's see, well, I think the issue with Taya is she might have been more in love with the Pharaoh than Yugi. And then, for Alexis, yeah, she was just a coward, sort of. She just never got the words out. Girls with no guts, yeah. Akiza, yeah, kind of the same. I guess life just didn't work out, which is still lame. Still, you could have had them end up together. I mean, she's a doctor, he's a scientist, you know. Yuya technically does get Zuzu. Yeah, he gets Zuzu, along with 3 other personalities. to go with the 3 personalities stuck in his head. Oh, I hate Arc 5. Now, did Playmaker and Blue Angel even have a relationship? I know I've seen lots of art of them together, but did Yusaku and Sky ever have a thing? Or was that just the fandom, you know, doing their thing? I don't remember. And then I think everything in the Rush era is, I really don't think they ever, the main girls ever had a relationship with the U-boys, like, at all. Granted, they're also, like, 10-year-olds, so... Yeah, you say Akiza should have ended up together, same with Jack and Shirley. Absolutely! I don't know why they backtracked on it. Which Arc 5 would you rather do, anime? Anime! I am not touching that manga at all! Because here's the thing. At least things can be fixed in the anime, you know, you could just... I mean, I'm trying to work on a whole story of doing it, involving separating in the U-boys and the Bracelet Girls, and then a bit of dimensional merging, bada bing, bada boom. Things can't, like, I feel like if they really took the time... barbs. I feel like if they really took the time, they could fix the anime. You know, just like an epilogue movie where the characters get unstuck together, and then they go kill and then the professor gets thrown into the Shadow Realm because, you know, he started a war. There is nothing that can fix the manga! There ain't nothing you can do to touch that. That absolutely ending. Oh, yikes, this could be a problem. It's always these birds! You read it? No, I haven't read it, but I've seen the ending. I saw the ending page, because, you know, people talk about it. Yeah, give me the anime any day, because... Again, the anime can be fixed. There's at least stuff you can do. I don't think Yugi and Teo would have ended up together. Rebecca had a better chance. Yeah, that's, a little unfortunate, but you are very correct, Epic Pikachu. Which... Oh boy, that is confusing the gears in my head quite a bit. Okay, get rid of that burp. Don't dagnabbit. Okay, back to... let me finish it up with the U sibling, with the Goha sibling. So, I'm looking at this blue-haired one, Uran. Earth... Apparently he has an AI partner, so I think he was supposed to be a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. Does Kendo for some reason. What's his deck? Earth Warriors. What the, this dude don't even got an effect mon. Wait a minute. Why's he got Millennium Shield in his deck? Okay, so there's the reference. He just has the flippin' Millennium Shield for some reason. Huh, what? Wait a minute. Do you not... Wait a minute. Hold up! What about Joey and Mai? Oh, Joey and Mai? Yeah, I could have seen that happen. I feel like that could have been a nice spin-off, you know, Joey and Mai reconnecting, because they definitely didn't quite end things properly with what happened in the Waking of the Dragons arc. So it would have been nice if they could have worked things out, because I see things could have worked out for them. Oh yeah, and back to this guy. I just looked at his deck. He doesn't have... All his monsters are swords! Not living swords. So, I'm thinking this guy might have been pulling a Valen and just grabbing his monsters and swinging. Yeah, looking at Uran, I think he literally just... He just has swords in his deck. And that probably explains where he's got the Millennium Shield. I haven't seen the episode, but I'm a guess the way he fights is he just goes in and starts attacking with what he's got. Huh. And boy, did sevens get weird. And yeah, the Sword of Leader, the Uo Goa. I just looked. I was looking at the wiki, and I don't know how I didn't realize he's an Arc 5 reference! So apparently, all his monsters are like entertainers. You know, they're like, I think they're called like Imagine Actors, and now that I look at them, they are straight up off-brand Performapals. They're like if Performapals were slightly more sophisticated. Valen's entire deck is fake cards, yet he appeared in some of the games with a completely different deck. He does? I didn't know he appeared in deck. And also, yeah, again, those are technically not fake cards, those are anime-exclusive cards. Which, you know, that means they're fake in real life, but exclusive to the anime. Yeah, he also, the thing with, he fuses his monsters together as a reference to the fusion dimension. Goodness, how did I never realize he was a Yuya reference? Like, I've unlocked him in Duel Links, and somehow I didn't realize he's flippin' Yuya's little bratty cousin! Oh, goodness. Are we up? Okay, we're almost done. But is there any... But what's the last guy? Oh, yes, I see. So, So, yeah, the last one, Yuga Goha. Yeah, he's the Bakura of the group. He's just violent and evil, like stealing people's memories with Monster Reborn. And he's got a lot of reptiles. And somehow he was not the final villain of Sevens. Yeah, for some reason, I think after he gets, like, after he, like, beats the actual big bad, he gets... What's the deal with Luke's curry obsession? I mean, curry is quite delicious. Yeah, Yami Bakura was nothing but trouble. Absolutely, and so's this guy, Yuga Gohak. He should have been the big bad, but then he gets, like, literally gets kidnapped! And then, like, not, like, shown the door off screen. Yeah, for whatever reason, the main villain in Sevens is Otis. Because reasons. Still remember the blue curry from Sevens? I don't think I saw that. You cannot mix the curries? Is that a quote, or is that life advice? Because I will say that doesn't sound like a good idea. I gotta look up this blue curry sometime. I mean, let's be honest, like, I think I know the deal with the curry is that's just an anime thing. It's just an anime trope to have protagonist obsess over insert food. That's a quote. It was crazy. Yeah, so I was a bit weird with how I watched Sevens, and by that I mean I started in the middle. I literally just started on the first... I literally just skipped ahead to the episode with Nail and the Maximum Summon, which I will say is probably the best thing that's come out of Sevens, is the Maximum monsters. For those who don't know, y'all probably know it already, but a Maximum monster is essentially a big giant monster that's been split into 3 cards, and if you have all 3 pieces on in your hand, you can summon it all at once, and it takes up the entire board. And each part has its own ability, and they're pretty awesome. There's red curry and blue curry. If you mix them, it causes a nuclear explosion. Okay, note to self, stay away from purple curry. Goodness, goodness, the whole Rush Hour just confuses me, and I don't want to just feel like I'm being an old Yugi boomer, but there is so much stuff that just, how are kids supposed to understand it? Like, I get they're trying to make it more for kids, so why did they make it more complicated? Why did they never explain what the deal was with Otis? Like, I don't get it. He gives them the ability to make Rush Duel, but then he wants to destroy Rush Duel. And then in the sequel, there's multiple Otis because he's like a multiverse army threat, and they never explain it. I mean, just something. Like, I don't understand how people would be okay with it not being explained. Just tell me something. It doesn't have to be much to say, oh, he's an ancient evil, or he's this guy from the future. Just something. I kind of wish they went with the theory that Otis was actually Kaiba. Oh, and for those who don't know, Otis is the hologram guy who always duels with retro monsters. Apparently he was the big bad of Sevens. Why? We don't know! I don't know why he was always encouraging Yuga to make the Rush Duels, but then he also was trying to destroy them. Who knows why? The writers sure didn't. Like, I swear, I wanted to enjoy Sevens. I really did, you know. I'm willing to give something a chance. I don't mind if it's a little funny or silly. I like funny and silly when it's done right. But it was not done right. Not to mention, the story is so repetitive. They repeat the same arc every 12 episodes, you know? The problem is, Sevens just didn't have a proper villain. It didn't have a Merrick or a Yami Bakura. They just had... Yeah, it is boring. Yeah, like, they just had someone who would become a friend later. And look, I'm all for making enemies into friends, but you gotta have something. Because, you know, when you've done it for the 3rd time in a row, people start to notice it's not quite making sense. Okay, let's just switch Zilla out at this point. She's having a lot of trouble. There's multiple episodes with curry. They make the curry and one more ingredient gets added and it explodes and floods the building. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Quite a lot. And, you know, I've played the Rush Duels on Duel Links, and they are pretty fun. You know, it's a neat way of playing the Yu-Gi-Oh game, you know. It's definitely not bad. It's just the show just doesn't do a good job at making me interesting. Probably because the duels are only like 5 minutes long! Alright. Now, I think we should be able to suspend things. I'm gonna look up real quick to make sure I haven't screwed anything up. I just want to make sure it's not something I have to do in one sitting, because, oh dear lord. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, defeat on single or double with their story mode party without changing their party and purifying. Okay, so I think we should be good. Yeah, curry bombs. That's why you always gotta make me so hungry. Yay, we did it. Yeah, let's suspend. Yep, I think we should be fine. I think as long as we don't change our team any, we should be fine. Which does make me a little nervous because it says without changing their party, so I don't know if that we may not want to do any level grinding because that might screw it up. Yeah, great job everyone. And then later, both curries are sitting next to each other in a room, and they make a huge point saying, "Do not mix the curries." What's gonna happen next? Boom. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we did it, chat. We've managed to get... We got 30 battles done. I say we aim for 30 each stream. That way we'll just have 2 more streams, and then we can do the last bit on a final stream. That way we can also go fight the final boss. Hopefully that level thing won't screw us up, because, oh boy. If it does screw us up, I might try to do it off stream to get us caught up, but we'll worry about it then. Great job, everyone. Can you hear me, Pokemon? Yeah, we can.
Yeah, good job.
The flames of justice have burned! Just a victory!
You didn't do anything.
I could have if you wanted me to.
Fair enough, darling. See you all next time.
Yo, later, bros. This is fun. Keep the surfs up and stuff.
Oh, yes, well, thank you. I'm glad I was able to be helpful. Much more fun than being a shadow Pokemon, I must say.
Indeed. Cool, but yeah, I'm tired out. I gotta get to bed soon. Let's wrap things up, chat. But yeah, this was so fun. I love we can talk so much about this fun Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't think there was a character more oblivious than Yuma until I watched Sevens. Luke was way more oblivious. Yeah, Luke, he not too smart. He's probably the actual protagonist of the show. He's about as smart as one anyways. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for a special Pokemon Violet stream. We're going after the ground moose. We're gonna try to beat Shiny Ting-Lu. I got quite a fruity Pokemon ready to fight him. And we'll probably do some shiny hunts. Get some shiny ground types. I believe his Howdayan Wooper, Mudspray, and Drillbur. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Ooh, maybe I could try to make a super strong Excadrill. I mean, I already have a strong Excadrill, but it might be fun to have a shiny one that doesn't need a Sandstorm. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow. And thank goodness the weasel stopped chewing on the internet. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. See y'all next week, or see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Goodbye, everyone. You better relax. It's gonna be great. There's gonna be moose and the ground and stuff.
Later, bros! Y'all ready for it? Awesome. Farewell, my friends. Thank you for joining us on another marvelous adventure. Keep those Yu-Gi-Oh! Conversations coming, especially if they involve me, Silky. Sayonara, comrades. Thanks for your patience and support, and happy hunting for tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Ciao!